Hi everyone. Sometimes I can't choose between cheesecake and tiramisu, so I decided to combine them and created this mouth-watering matcha double cheesecake. For the crust, I use Oreo Crumbs. I got this bag of Oreo pieces from Amazon. I linked the address in the description. You could just use regular Oreos. Use the crushed ice option to crush the cookies. Shake a few times to make sure all cookie pieces are crushed. You might need to take the container off and shake it if you use whole Oreo pieces. They would have more cream and are more sticky. Pour the crumbs into a 9-inch baking pan. Make sure to put a piece of parchment paper in the bottom first. Add 3 tablespoons of melted butter to the crumbs to help them stick together. If you use whole Oreo pieces, you can reduce the butter portion since the cream is sticky already. Mix the butter and the crumbs, and press the crumbs into the shape of the pan. Firmly press the crumbs against the wall of the pan to make the sides. Make sure to really press it in so it won't fall apart later. I used homemade cream cheese for this. You can just buy cream cheese. I like to make cream cheese at home because I used buttermilk to slowly ferment the cream in room temperature. This way, the cream cheese is less sour, more smooth, and has a heavier milk taste. The portion I made should be 2 cups of cream cheese. Let me just measure it to make sure. Add half of the salt if you use store-bought cream cheese. It already comes with salt. You can find matcha powder in most of the Asian stores or Whole Foods. I buy it on Amazon. Make sure it's matcha powder, not matcha tea bags. Dust 3 tablespoons matcha powder into the mixture. Make sure to let the powder go through a mesh, otherwise it clumps easily. Mix until it's a smooth texture like this to ensure a smooth taste of the cake. Wrap a layer of aluminum foil at the bottom of the pan. Then Transfer the cheese mixture into the pan. Transfer the cake to a baking sheet and add water to the baking sheet. Water can help prevent the cake from cracking. Bake at 350 degrees for 55 minutes. Then, without opening the oven door, turn off the oven and let the cake sit in the oven for another hour. Our cake is ready. You can see the middle part is kind of jiggly. That's perfect. Then, leave the cake in the fridge to completely cool down. Otherwise, the top tiramisu part will melt when it touches hot cake. Since I just made tiramisu last week, I am just going to quickly show you how to make it. For detailed instructions, you can check out the link above to see my last video. Don't start making the tiramisu cream until your cake is cooled down. If you made it early, you need to keep it refrigerated. I ran out of rum, so I used coconut soju. It tastes pretty good. This is all the regular tiramisu ingredients. To that, we add 3 tablespoons of matcha powder since we are making a matcha cake. Start mixing slowly so you won't have spills like this. Look at that beautiful matcha color. To remind you, don't use a whisk to mix the cheese mixture and egg white. Overmixing will defoam the egg white. Make sure the cake is cool before transferring tiramisu cream onto it. Even out the mixture. And give it a few taps. Then leave the cake in the freezer for at least 5 to 6 hours to let the tiramisu cream freeze. Once the cream is frozen, it's very easy to press Oreo crumbs onto it. Add another 2 cups of Oreo crumbs to the top and press firmly. Once finished, leave the cake in the fridge for 12 hours or in room temperature for 4 hours to let the frozen tiramisu soften. I only waited 1 hour, so the cake is very hard to cut. If you wait long enough, the cake should be much easier to cut. And there, the beautiful matcha double cheesecake is ready for you to enjoy. 2 different kinds of texture of cheese combined with matcha and Oreo, it really is the ultimate cheesecake.